Hey, Felix here with 4x4 Agent, and today we're gonna put in the Oracle flush taillights. So I just got these in. I currently have a 2023 JL Rubicon with a LED package, so these are LEDs. I do not have the blind spot sensors, so there's going to be slight differences in installation. We'll touch on that as we go. So step one, what you want to do is you want to use some sort of a pry tool or a screwdriver or something and take off this cap. Let me show you. So you want to remove that. In there is going to be a 10mm plastic bolt, so you have to be very careful removing it so that you don't crack it. So I got a 10mm socket, and we're going to go very gently here. You may want to hold the light in so it doesn't fall out on you, but there is a peg in there that'll kind of hold it, so you shouldn't have to worry too much. All right, we got that out. So we got off the bolt. All you do is just pull. There's no snapping, there's no plastic tabs, it just comes right out. Next, what you want to do is pull this red pin back and push down on the black tab, and it should come out. Now, be careful not to break anything or scratch anything. You do have to apply some force and wiggle it around. It's not easy, but it will come apart. It will help to disconnect it from here. It sits on a little slider. All you do is just slide it out. You can kind of pinch it from both sides. All right, once you get this disconnected, this is the hardest part of the install. So yeah, just gotta pull it back, push and pull until your hand goes flying and smacks the Jeep. All right, to bring you guys in closer, so what we have to do is we have to remove this because we're going to use it on that light. So that requires undoing 3 Phillips screws. That one, and that one. So I'm going to do this one-handed while I film for you. Need a little bit more juice. This sits on a clip right there, but that just comes straight up. You don't have to. If you just pull, it'll come right off. Okay, we're going to use this, so we're going to set that aside. So this is where things change up a little bit depending on what you have. So if you have blind spot monitoring, yours will look a little bit different. There's going to be a panel here that sits on 2 Phillips screws. You will have to undo those screws, take off the cover that's here, and pull out your blind spot monitoring. Oracle's instructions are actually decent in comparison to some of the other ones I've seen. So not the paper ones, but they have a YouTube video that shows all the other steps, like with blind spot monitoring and whatnot. But you'll see there's a cover here, 2 Phillips screws, and you pull it out, and there's like a thing in there you have to pop off. We don't have that, so we are done with this. so when it comes to the new light, if you have the blind spot monitoring, you're gonna undo these 9 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. This will come off, and you're gonna put your blind spot monitoring module in there, and you're going to plug in this cable into it. Since I don't have that, I don't have to worry about that. So all I have to do is install what we just took off there. And you can see there are 3 places where the 3 screws are going to go. So I just want to make sure that the wire comes out from a space where it doesn't get pinched. And you will not use the 3 screws you just removed. You can put those aside. Oracle provides these screws, and that's what you want to use to screw that down. And this is always much easier when you're using 2 hands. Not gonna go all the way in right now. You don't want to over torque any of these. You're working with very thin plastic. All right, this is the other part. So I have the LED package. I don't need this. This is the resistor, transistor, whatever it's called. If you have halogens, you do need this. They provide some double-sided sticky tape. Yeah, right there. They provide some double-sided sticky tape, and you would just put a piece of that on there and stick it, inside of here somewhere. Additionally, you can put some screws through it if you want, but I don't need that. So because I don't have halogens, there's a clip here. I will just disconnect that. All right. So all I need is the main connector. All these, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just zip tie them together so they're not just dangling loosely in there. So I'm going to need 2 hands for that. So I'll be right back. All right, I just put on 2 zip ties to kind of hold all this together. And let's go back on the tripod. All right, so once you're ready to go, make sure you have everything you need nearby. I would keep the plastic on it until you're done. You just take the main connector and you plug it in. Steps in, push in the red tab, and just drop that in there. So at this point, what I want to do is I'm going to hold this, because if you let this go, it might fall out because there are no tabs there that hold it in place. So align it, make sure you're good height-wise. Like that. I'm going to take this and start threading it by hand. Once I got it going, I'm going to gently go with the wrench. If it's plastic, so if you over tighten, it's going to snap. So you could also do it by hand. If you're not lazy like me and you don't mind that, I would recommend doing it by hand. Okay, kind of check, make sure there's no wobble. And now we can peel this off. let me show you what that looks like. I already did the other side. So it's a little bright, but I think you get the idea. Let me go in there and hit the brake so you can see the reverse lights. So that's it. That's the installation. Very simple. The hardest part is disconnecting the connectors initially. And now you have flush mount lights. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, leave any comments. Let me know what you think.